going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
So you're 38. You're over your homie's house. You just finished shooting some videos, and you agree that the music and some of the culture may be detrimental. But then in the next breath, you say you're an artist, and
Yeah,
you
because we
and you
actually
may do a WAP song.
yeah, I don't think that as far as like I agree with you as far as Biden and Maxine Waters and stuff like that, meeting up with Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion when they should be talking to a Claude Anderson. I think that music is an expression. I mean, back in the day, I remember hearing old time music where
I
they
mean,
was talking.
I got to ask you about. I got to ask you about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
You're saying the right things, but you live the wrong way.
Um.
You just said I may make a WAP song.
Yeah, but I'm also not on a major platform either.
Doesn't
See,
matter.
difference.
It
I
doesn't
think it's a
matter.
common
It
place
doesn't matter. It
in
doesn't matter.
music.
It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. So I'm not a major. I'm not a major distributor of. I'm not moving bricks. I just sell a little. I just slang a little slum.
Just slang a little slum.
All
You're
right,
almost 40,
so
and you're almost 40.
okay, so my whole thing is this. All right, before we start going into that, the thing is that music is an expression, an emotional expression, and people are allowed to speak about anything that they want. Now, there's a
I
difference
can't make
between
this shit up,
speaking
people.
about. I think no, seriously, I think that anybody can
Mm-hmm.
express anything that they want. You have
Uh huh.
love poems.
What does your husband say
You have,
about it?
yeah. As
What,
far as, but
what does
on a
your husband
major
say?
platform, I don't
What does your
agree with
husband
it.
say about it?
My boyfriend actually doesn't mind it.
I said, what does your husband say about it?
Yeah, well, I'm not married.
Okay. Any children?
No.
Okay, ma'am. You did the same thing. If there's a line to be drawn, you're on their side. You're on the Cardi B, Lizzo side.
No, I'm an
Yeah,
artist.
yeah, you are. Yes, according the way the men look at it, that's where you are. And I want you ladies to understand what I'm about to say and listen well. You ladies always try to come in. Oh, you need dick in your life, and all these foul and ratchet songs will come on in the club, and y'all will be the first ones to run out to the dance floor, dancing and shaking your ass. And we sit like, well, he ain't talking about me. Chris Rock talked about this 20 years ago, and you're doing the same thing, coming in saying the right things, but then in this next breath, but I can make a music song and express myself. Can't you express yourself without having to be whopped?
Yeah,
Did your
but you know,
grandmother? What
back
about
in
the
the day,
women before you?
you know full well, even before that, they had derogatory
Excuse
albums,
me,
but they
ma'am.
weren't
I
put
asked a
in
simple
schools.
question. Can you not
Okay.
express yourself without having to look like a slut?
Yes, and I do. I actually have love songs that I do, and
Wet
I
ass pussy
every
is,
song
ma'am,
is
wet ass
appropriate.
pussy
You
is what
heard me
WAP
tell you
means. No, you
so
cannot
you don't
overtalk me.
understand.
You cannot overtalk me. Man, with this damn shit on your head, over talking me. That's not gonna work. And I'm putting this up here because I need you guys to understand that women like her don't think that the problem. They think that they really believe that they can live this duality. You can unmute yourself, but you can't overtalk me. And you need to focus on what you're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. You need to focus on what you're doing, not have a conversation with your friend. Ma'am, the point I'm trying to make is very simple. What you think is wrong. You don't have to like it. You just need to know what you think is wrong according to the men.
I actually really am a big supporter of yours, Kevin.
Well, if you're a big supporter, then you understand that I am speaking for the men, and there's no such thing as being a little pregnant and being a part of a whole.
That's not what I said though.
Ma'am, you said I agree with you on the Cardi B and the WAP and so forth. And then in the next breath, you say I may make an occasional WAP song. That means everything you said before is irrelevant. You are on the Cardi B and Lizzo side, whether you think so or not.
No, that's not true because I wouldn't agree to put that stuff on the
Gentlemen,
radio.
gentlemen, in the chat room, the gentlemen, If she's on the Lizzo side, Cardi B side, put a 5 in the chat room. If she's on the wife side, put a 2 in the chat room.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and vote. What side do you guys believe this woman's on? Now, again, very simply put, this woman is coming from the perspective of, you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. These politicians shouldn't be having these artists represent, people. And not only that, the message that they're actually portraying and pushing out is also not a good message for society. But I will turn around and make a song just like it and also put it out. You can't live a double life. You can't then say, yep, this is bad, you shouldn't do it, but given the opportunity, I will do it. And this makes sense to her. In her mind, she's like, yeah, this makes perfect sense. No problem.
Now, understand something. Who gets to decide, ma'am? You or the men?
When I'm with my niece and
Who
stuff,
gets
I'm
to
not
decide,
listening
ma'am? Who gets to decide? Women, who gets to decide who becomes wives and who doesn't? The women or the men?
I believe men do.
All right, look at all the 5s, ma'am. Now you can either
I can't see it in there because I'm not on it.
you can either be what you say and be a fan, or you can get in the typical pathology of sign language and triple down on the need to be right. The 5s, I have not seen a 2 yet. You're almost 40 years old.
You got to be talking about me.
No, we're discussing what you said. And what you said is part of the issue, which is why I'm going at it. See, at least Lizzo and Cardi B own what they do. You and women like you try to live in both worlds, and you cannot.
That's not what I said. So,
Gentlemen, is that
no.
what you heard? Gentlemen, is that what you heard?
Are we losing our minds? So I guess everyone, not even gentlemen, because there's women that watch the show as well. Everyone, what are we missing? You can't be on both sides at all. You just can't.
See, that's what I need you to understand. What you think you're saying and what you believe you're doing, you're wrong. And what you are thinking, and the men are hearing something different.
So if I make a sexual healing song, I'm wrong for that?
You said a WAP song.
Okay, so I was over
WAP song, ma'am. There's a difference between sexual
Okay.
healing and
So
wet ass pussy.
roll that-
Do
let me
not
roll
act like you don't know the damn difference between
and I got
Teddy Pendergrass and Cardi freaking B.
All right. So I make more of a sexual healing song.
That
than
ain't
I
what
would
you
use more of a
said.
WAP. All right,
That
and
ain't
I'll
what you
take it
said.
back. So I'm correcting myself.
Ma'am, I don't think you will go back and see any of the OJs, Temptations, any of the Barry White, any of the crooners from back in the day talk about I make a WAP song.
Okay, so okay,
listen, just listen. Words matter, man. Stop trying to be right and listen. Do you think you would have any of the singers from back in the day who sang in that sexual healing generation or genre mistakenly say, I make WAP songs? I'll take your yes or no.
So I made them, but I don't like. But I get what you're saying. So if you want to say that I'm on that side, then I guess so. I'm on the side of artists expressing themselves. Should I think that it should be mainstream? No, I don't. Do I think that the music business, as far especially with the gangster music and stuff like that, since I grew up in the era, yes, there are songs that I like, but I also have to disagree. But I'm also not in control of the music business either. Do I think that all of that stuff should be on there? Do I think that Maxine Waters and Cardi B?
So you have no response. So in other words, It ain't my responsibility, and I have no accountability for it. It ain't my
No,
responsibility. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I
No,
verbally,
I listened to you,
I'm
ma'am. Hold
publicly
on. You
stating.
can overtalk me. I heard you say you. I'm on the side of artists, and I believe artists should be able to express themselves. Fine. All right. But here's the hardcore reality. When you're at the bottom, you have limits. We're at the bottom. You don't get to do what the winners get to do. You want to say, what can express yourself? You don't get to write the rules when you're losing. How is expressing yourself as an artist helping black women in general, you in particular, get the outcome you want? That's all I'm saying. And this is that need to be right. That's why sign language is so important. The average black woman will die rather than just not going to. I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right, ma'am. Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday. We have had great and greater artists who expressed themselves who did not have to lose their lady, who did not have to lose being a woman and a lady.
Yes, and Kevin, I agree with you. But
Then
even
if
at
you
that
agree, then
time,
if
there
you
still
agree,
was a
then do better.
no. At that time, there still was music that was played in the basement that was cursed.
I'm not gonna sit here and keep arguing with you. The need to be right, people, understand. It is a drug. And that's why I let it go, because I wanted you guys to see that even a woman who says she agrees, when it gets too close to home, and it's mindsets like that, you need to understand you can't save everybody. Stop, don't argue. I let it go so to prove a point. Look, you're sitting up here, blonde, and you can be expressive. That's fine, cool. But there has to be a limit, because the way we express ourselves. I do have a question for you. I do want to ask you a question as an artist, though. I want to ask you a question as an artist. Let me ask you a question as an artist. Unmute yourself. I do have a question as an artist.
Yes.
I do have a question as an artist, though. Okay. Do you, let me put it. As an individual artist, do you have any responsibility to the ethnic image of the group?
Yes, I think that we do, but then you have to separate the two as well.
No, ma'am.
And
No, ma'am. One comes. Okay. What comes? What is at the top?
I believe that there's gatekeepers at the top.
No. I'm asking you specifically. I ask you as an artist, do you believe you have any responsibility toward the ethnic image of the group? And you said that yes, but you have to separate the two. Then what is primary? What you want to do, or your obligation and responsibility to the ethnic image of the group?
I would think that there would be responsibility and obligations.
I'm asking you.
I'm saying, as far as what you're questioning,
All right. Well, if that's the case, if that's the case, and let's just say, okay, let's just go down that path. Then, if that's the case, and then if it was shown that the music and stuff you're talking about, the music that you love and do, is detrimental to the ethnic image of the group, would you stop making it?
I wouldn't put it in mainstream, but I
Would you
think that
stop making it?
I haven't even put anything like
Would you
that
stop
out.
making
So
it?
if I was
This woman can't even answer a straightforward question. For the small percentage of women that watch this channel, could you guys at least see some of the problems men have when asking a direct question, and a woman just cannot give out a direct question? I mean, a direct answer, sorry. He's being very specific, very, 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 very specific, and she can't even answer a simple, direct question. Yes or no?
was Lizzo and Cardi B, I probably
Would you
would
stop
rethink,
making
but
it?
you already got signed
Would
being
you
a
stop
fictional
making it?
person.
Would you stop making it?
I wouldn't put it in mainstream.
Would you stop making it?
If it was being detrimental.
Would you stop making it?
Yes.
Who believes that? Look at that. And that's what I want you guys to understand. At the end of the day, we always talk about community and being on code. But so many of our women are rugged individualists. They don't give a shit about the ethnic image of the group. It's about them, their expression, their right, their freedom. And I want every one of my critics and detractors who want black men to come and be on code understand that this woman is a fan. So supposedly, and I agree that, but she truly believes, hey, my life is mine, and what I do affects me. Like, it has no impact on the group. And she said yes after not answering the question 10 times, because just like I know, she's gonna do what she want to do. So many of our women do what they want to do without regard for the rest of the group. That's why we have WAP. That's why we have rumors. That's why we have slut walks. And it's all well, that ain't me. Chris Rock said it years ago. Dick in your lane, skate, 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 skate. Run out to the dance floor, to the most vile, disgusting son. He ain't talking about me. Yeah, he talking about you. Talking about you too.
All right, guys, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this conversation? I think it was a well-needed one, and it really highlighted some of the issues that we are still facing to this day. Crazy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.